I'm Jason Mouret, Sergeant, U.S. Army retired. I'm here at Camp Atterbury on a Wounded Hero hunt that they put on for Purple Heart veterans. This has been one amazing experience. Food, fellowship, brothers meeting other guys, the camaraderie that comes with the military that we lose when we get out. Come to something like this and it's here. We have had a great week. We've had ups, we've had downs, but this is one of the best trips that I've taken in a very, very long time. It's kind of funny how I found out about Camp Atterbury. Actually through a Facebook group, and met a guy, Harvey Bailey. We go back and forth about me having a Purple Heart and being injured overseas. And after about 2 years, Harvey sees a message that I sent him 8 months ago. Sends me a friend request and tells me that they have an organization in Indiana that takes combat vets, Purple Heart recipients on hunts. Well, I put in the application and get a welcome packet, find out that our spouses are invited along on this trip. Well, now my wife really doesn't have an excuse to not let me go hunting, because she's been invited to come along. So we drive here from Lafayette, Louisiana, 14 hours. We stopped, spent the night in Nashville overnight, and then finished the drive here the next morning. These guys have treated us like royalty the whole time we've been here. Taking us out, places to eat, catered food here, and they tell me they're gonna bring me in the woods and put me on a big deer. I did not realize what a big deer meant until I saw the deer that walked out on me yesterday. So my military background, I was an engineer, got deployed to Baghdad, Iraq in 04-05 with the 256 Brigade Combat, 256 Infantry Brigade, and our job was to look for, find, and make safe IEDs. Our platoon and our company got tasked with EOD and EOD security. And we did a lot of missions with these guys, in and out the wire every day. Those guys walking down range, some of us going with them. One guy I got really close to with the EOD unit was Staff Sergeant Russell Verdugo. Everybody called him V-Man. Man loved some Cheez-Its. But every day he walked down range, I walked down range with him. His job was to make sure the IED was safe. My job was to make sure he was safe. 23 May 2005, on scene, Sergeant Verdugo and I, in the process of linking up on a scene, found a secondary IED, which detonated, killing Sergeant Verdugo, injuring me and 4 others. We're here and 3 of us have kids today because that man did what he did. During my combat tour, I was injured twice. Once in a vehicle IED, and second time with when when the day Sergeant Verdugo was killed. That was the bad injury, and my second Purple Heart within 12 months. Took a long time and a lot of soul searching, and then meeting Sergeant Verdugo's mom before I truly understand the sacrifice that the man made for us, and the fact that we have kids now because that man gave his life so we could come home. His stepdad and his mom, Neil and Susan Stanley, have pretty much adopted me and my family as if we were their own. They were the second phone call I made after I shot that buck. After I told my wife I killed that deer, I called Neil Stanley, and I could hear in his voice that he wouldn't say anything on the phone, but as soon as that phone hung up, he was going to say a prayer and thank God and Russell for making sure that that happened, because somebody was holding that deer down or held him there long enough for me to get that shot. Very grateful for it. Very grateful that the sacrifice that Russell made so that I could come or be here and do this. And just try to remember that every day I have to live up to and earn the sacrifice that was made. That is what not only me but all Purple Heart recipients, 90% of us live with, is the fact that we have to earn every day, because not all of us walked away from it. So these guys put on a great hunt. They give each hunter a guide. I drew a guide and a cameraman. So we're gonna go on this adventure of big deer country, and during lunch my guides came up with a plan. They went out, set up a ground blind on the spot they seen deer all the way back during the youth turkey hunt, and then again someone saw a few deer out there the other night. So they go out, put a ground blind up, camouflage it in, come back, grab me, say let's go, it's time to go in the woods. We go out there and sit there, and they set up a very good ground blind. I didn't see it till I walked around to the door and it had an orange draped over it. Then the fun starts. Hi guys, I'm Jason Mouret. I'm out here on a Wounded Hero hunts at Camp Atterbury, Indiana, with my guide Harvey and my cameraman Brian, and we're out here sitting, hoping to get a big buck that they've been seeing out here. Got a cold front moving in. It's going to get really cold and rain a lot tonight. We're hoping we get one before that happens.
We're going to put it right up. No, the one's out of your way. We're going to lay it right here.
Alright.
So don't even touch it, man. We're ready for it.
deer, and I say there's a deer standing right in front of us, and they both go, where? And then sure enough, he's standing there, but of course I missed the first shot. Dude, my heart's popping.
You got him, brother. I mean, he's a nice buck.
I'm not 100% on that shot though.
As you can see in the video, the first shot looked high to us. And I don't know if you can hear me or not, but the second shot I told him to aim a little bit lower, and I think it was too low. So he kind of shot. We wasn't real sure if it was a shoulder shot or if he took the legs out of the deer. I really couldn't tell. But we kind of felt like that probably needed to do a follow-up shot, but wasn't 100% sure. So when we left the blind, I let Jason take the lead with the gun so he could finish the deer up, and that's what happened.
I'm shaking, bro.
Hey. Hey.
I missed that third one.
Heck yeah.
We'll roll here.
Hey. That's a dandy. You know what I mean?
Good buck, man. I'd be
Good
tickled
buck.
pink.
I can't believe I said, look, that big old shooter buck, and y'all both did what buck?
No, I seen the buck, but I didn't, or I seen the deer, but I didn't see the horns. That's the reason I said
He's
that.
freaking wicked, dude.
Man, I'm so tickled for you. Look at the brow tines on that deer, Arv.
That deer is it's a 4.5-year-old, if not 5.5-year-old buck.
Yeah.
Hey, what'd you tell me you wanted?
A wall hanger, baby.
4.5-year-old buck, didn't you?
That's right.
What? I'm pretty sure. I don't know exactly what time, but you called 6:13, and I'd be pretty close.
We was here. It was 6. I'm gonna guess say 6:20.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was right after my 6:13
Because it was
deadline.
6:29.
It was right after the 6:13 deadline when you said, oh, well, I
Hold
guess
on.
mines will be at the truck.
And right now
And
it's
then I said, hey,
6:33.
look, there's a shooter. Guys, this is an Indiana whitetail. This is a brute. I've never seen a deer this size in my life. And I just got the opportunity to take one with Wounded Hero hunts. This is amazing.
Congratulations, first of all. And wow. Take your moment, soak it in, bud. I wish every one of you guys could get a deer like this.
Yes, I would love it.
You know what? That little hook over there, ain't no 8-pointer, it's a 9-pointer. It's gotta be an inch.
Got a hole in there. He's still bucking a little bit.
This is the same buck we seen last night. I think it's a little better buck than we thought.
Mass.
Yeah, yeah. It's the same buck we seen last night. It's the same buck we seen back in the youth deer hunt out here on the camp. And Brian and I got to talking, and we was hunting this morning. Decided that you know what the heck, you know, we seen a deer here, a nice buck, 2 times in a row. We had to talk Jason out bringing his bow. Cameraman Brian said that you know, bub, don't take a knife to a gunfight. That's exactly what he did tonight, you know. So anyway, here you go, and 147 yards by Kenny Bailey's Savage 220.
A gun that hadn't been shot in 5 years, brought it out to the range, made sure it was 0, brought it out here, and it took 2 shots, but we got it. Kill's a kill.
Hello?
Baby,
Yeah.
I just shot the biggest deer in my life.
Good.
A 9-point, a monster.
Awesome. Awesome. Sweet.
I am. This is Rush. Now the work begins.
Uh-huh.
I just wanted to tell you, I love you. I'll see you back at the lodge in a little bit. Calling Neil Stanley, guy who saved my life's stepdad. And they've adopted me. Hey, you can hear me?
Yeah, I can now.
Hey Neil, I'm in Indiana on a Wounded Hero hunt.
Yeah.
And I've just killed the biggest freaking deer of my life.
Wow. I was just praying that you got a 200-incher.
He ain't 200 inches, but he is to me. 9-point massive deer.
Wow, all right.
I'm gonna be sending you some pictures here shortly, but I just wanted you and Miss Susan to know. The only reason this is even possible is because of y'all.
Yeah.
I'll give y'all a call. I will give you a call later on tonight when we have time to.
All right. Wow.
We love you guys.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're on speaker, so do the dinner at 2. Yeah, he was just talking about you, wondering if you posted anything yet.
No.
Did you call?
Yes, ma'am.
We're so happy for you.
Thank you.
Yeah, you deserve it. Yeah.
And I'll call you guys tonight and I'll send y'all some pictures.
All right. Okay. That's wonderful. And thanks for letting us know, Jason.
Yes, sir.
All right. May God bless now.
You too. Bye.
All right. Bye.
You know, after putting my hands on this deer, this is truly a hunt of a lifetime for me. But it would not have happened without Harvey and Brian Bailey, my cameraman and my guide, who went out of their way in the middle of the day, make sure they had a blind set up, find this deer, get me in there, and then they help with all the work that comes after.
To help these heroes be able to share their story with everyone, it means the world to me.
Being a veteran and a non-combat veteran, I haven't seen what these guys have been through, and I kind of tell by talking to Jason what he's been through, and other wounded heroes as far as that goes, and I just can't give enough to these guys. I mean, they're awesome.
This was a great trip. I greatly appreciate Camp Atterbury and the Camp Atterbury Wounded Hero Hunts that put this on for us. Everyone, please look them up. If you know a combat veteran, someone with a Purple Heart, please get them in contact with this organization so that they can take them out here, get them the camaraderie, get them the treatment, and just the fun that these guys have to do here. This is one of the best things that we've ever done. God bless.